Hello. So this is the start of the Get Ski Fit video series. I know some of you are really good at going to the gym. I don't have access to a gym, so this is what I call my little home gym here. And I'm working on the principle that little and often is as good as it gets. So I'll just introduce you to some of my apparatus. I've got a rubber band here, but you could also use a bicycle inner tube with a knot on it, so you don't have to buy these resources. And dumbbells are really useful. If you don't have dumbbells, you could use milk cartons with sand in, but we do need to do a bit more load bearing unless we're chopping wood and fetching water these days. So the dumbbells and a reasonable mat with a little bit of friction. So I'm going to start with just a bit of warming up the body because it's first thing in the morning. So breathing in, scooping up, and breathing out, stretching to one side just once, and again, nice big deep breath in, and breathe out, stretch to the other side. And this time I'm going to do 2 bounces on each side, so breathing in and out. 1, 2, and breathe in and breathe out. 1, 2, and just to get a little bit more of a side bend, this time I'm going to do 3 bounces, so breathing in and 1, 2, 3, and breathing in and breathe out. 1, 2, 3, and a little bit of a stretch up and drop down into forward fold. Just rest down here for a moment, lift halfway up so you're back straight. Place your hands on the floor and just step back into a nice downward dog, and just pedal out your heels down to the ground. Just stretch out your calf muscles. So this is just waking up the body, and when you're ready, lift one foot up. You can drop it over if you feel flexible enough. See if you can see your heel. Bring it up and then bring it through into a bit of a squat. Lift up your right arm. Look up towards your hand. Testing your balance. Reaching down and then drop the back knee. And we're just going to awaken up our heels a little bit, our hip flexors, just giving the whole body a bit of a wake up. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to rock back to stretch out my hamstring. So I've been for a good walk this morning to warm up, but now I'm just going to be stretching a little bit more, working a little bit more. Rock back. Nice stretch on the hamstrings. And just roll around a little bit, flexing your ankles, opening up your hips before rocking back. Oh yes, that's good. And of course we need to do it on the other side, so I'm going to just drop back into a downward dog again. Stretch out the calves. And this time I'm going to lift the other leg, my left leg in this instance. Nice big stretch. Opening up to the side. Bringing it through. High lunge. Lifting up. Opening up the neck, the thyroid. Dropping down. I drop onto my fist because I have quite sore hands, so I'm dropping onto my knee, and then again just rocking back. And we always find we've got one side that's a lot stiffer than the other, and just honouring that, not forcing, just noticing. And rock back again. Just awakening the body, getting ready to do a little bit more work, a little bit more strength. So, flexing the ankle, rocking back, and just one more time. Tucking the foot under, back into a downward dog, and walk your hands back towards your feet. And roll up. So the first exercise that I'm going to demonstrate is called a walkout. It's a good whole body top to toe exercise. And what it involves is I start with my right hand and I just literally walk out. I hold there, don't let anything sag. So you're into a plank and then walk back. And I'm going to do 5 on each side with my right hand. If you have a problem with your wrists, what you can do is go into a elbow plank and just hold that during the course of the exercise. But if your wrists are okay, then the walkout is using quite a lot of major muscles. So you stand up straight, just make sure that you pull your belly towards your back and walk out again. There's one more on this side.
Ready?
Now I'm going to lead with the other side. Walk back. The other side again. Walk back. So this is working your core, your arms, your calves, everything. Just make sure that you don't retract your neck muscles as you walk out. Hold it, come back out. And we'll just do one more walk out. I hold the plank there for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Back to downward dog. And walk your hands back again. So, I'm going to do a little bit of strength work with the dumbbells. So, mine are 4 kilograms, 3-4 kilograms fine. Get your feet nice hip width apart and just simply do 10 bicep curls. 2, 3, working the biceps, 4, 5, 6, being careful not to push the hips out, keeping the body nice and centered. 9, I think that's 10. And then turn them around into a hammer curl. 1, feels a little bit easier, more using the tricep muscle. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Being careful not to throw the body out. Now this is a really good one for the Nordic skiing. It's called the kickback. So get your body into a nice, strong lunge, and then just let the arm kick back. So you're working your tricep muscles, which are the ones that we push the ski poles with. So 10 on this side, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then swap over. So these are quite short reps. I call this more like exercise snacking, but you can build this up. Little and often is what's important. So some weight bearing exercise 3 times a week will make a real difference, and it doesn't have to be an arduous thing. You could just leave these lying around and just pick them up every other day and just do a few. So don't make this extra work for yourself. And of course the core is really important for Nordic skiing, so I use this weight just to help me, to give me momentum. So I'm going to roll down for 10, up, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, we've got this, keep going, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then hold it there, just lean back slightly, knees bent, and just a twist to each side. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And so now we're working the lower abdominals. So lie down, lift your pelvis up, soft neck, and keep your bum tight, keep your pelvis up, hands flat on the floor, and really work to have some balance on this one. So you really, try not to rock from one to side to side. So you're really using your core muscles as you lift each leg up. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, keep going, 8, 9, 10, and then just let your spine roll down and hug your knees, have a little roll from side to side. Just really hug your lower back into the floor, and make sure you've got really good connection of your lower back into the floor, and then bring your feet so that your knees are at right angle to the floor, and aim to really sort of let your belly be supported by your lower back. So don't let your lower back lift off as you do these little dead bugs, which involve just tapping a toe down, lifting it up. And it should be getting your lower abdominals. It looks easy, but it's actually quite a workout for your lower abs. 4, 5, 6, 7,
Non merci, non, couscous,
8,
merci.
9, 10. Rolling up. Roll up.
Karate, yeah?
Now, the elastic is really useful for building up the hip flexors. And we need really strong hip flexors for Nordic skiing. So what you do is get this around just above your knees. You can also use this for squats, crab squats, walking from side to side as well. We'll do that in another video. But for now, this just involves just lie on one side, supported by your elbow, and just do these little clamshell exercises. So just lifting your knees apart, 10 on each side, So you should feel it in this hip flexor, the upper hip flexor, which is what we really need to make sure that we're not sticking our butts out when we Nordic ski. So we're strengthening our hip flexors here. And that's starting to really feel. I haven't done these for a while, so I'm really feeling it. I'm going to swap sides to make sure I do the other side. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we could do that whole workout again if you felt like it wasn't enough. But I'm just going to end with a little bit of balance practice, being as I've got this lovely mat here. I'm just taking the opportunity to every day I try and do a little bit of one-leggedness, because the key to Nordic skiing is all about the weight transfer from one side to the other. So I will demonstrate on my strong leg to begin with. You may find that you're equal, or you might find like me that you've got one very weak side. So I'm putting all the weight through my right foot, I'm finding a point of balance, and then I'm slowly lifting my left foot into, this is like a low tree position. You can either have airplane arms, or you can, some people find holding their ears helps with their balance. I try and do the either airplane arms or the Nordic ski position, just to remind me of where my hands need to be. So my hands aren't any higher than my boobs, my other hand's back, and in a moment I'm going to lift that leg back into more of a classic Nordic ski position. Heels low, bit of flex in the knee, if you can do a little bend. That feels good, so I might try another. 2, and it doesn't matter if we lose balance, we just reset and start again. So that felt like an almost perfect demo, and now I'm going to demonstrate on my arthritic foot, see what happens this time. So I'm really grounding myself through my left foot. I've got a point that I'm looking at ahead. I'm lifting my right foot. I'm going to go for the airplane arms for this, because I'm really having to work my proprioception to balance on this side. And I'm going to go for the Nordic ski position. See if I can get a little bit of flex in the ankle. Woo! Try again. Some days are better than others. That's it. Balance, balance, balance. Flex. And flex. And that's as good as it gets. And that's it, just shake it all out. That'll do for now, little and often. That's the most important thing with this. If we can do 10,000 steps a day, that's great. But if we can't, we mustn't beat ourselves up. If we get out on our bikes some days, get a bit of cardio, even better. But just little and often, and just congratulate ourselves on what we've achieved, not on what we haven't done in any given week. Every little bit will make a difference and mean that the holiday is more enjoyable. Thank you.